Presiding officer, thank you. The pandemic continues to blight our planet, to test our endurance. Weeks have turned into months. But what it has always been, of course, is a public health emergency. Firstly, as someone who is a higher potential vulnerability by reason of age, I'd like to express my personal gratitude to the public and, of course, as a representative of a community like others, with people who are vulnerable for a variety of reasons. And the huge majority of our population recognise it in these terms, and we here in Parliament need to recognise it. We honour and respect the work that people across our communities have done in protecting us from the worst excesses of this pandemic. Now, it is necessary to create legal frameworks for those people who wish to test the boundaries of what is permissible, that minority. But the legal frameworks need to follow the public health action. The great majority of people are doing the sensible things, and we should thank them all. We should do nothing that suggests to them that their commitment and action, or for that matter, inaction, is not valued. It absolutely is. Now, the strategic framework that we have helps us understand what we must and must not do. Now, inevitably, if you're going to produce something that is a concise view of what's happening, that might be something you can present in a single A4 page, it of necessity will not provide all the detail that you might find in a legal document. Practically no person in our community will go and read the legal documents. Now, there is, of course, good news. Vaccines are coming along. We're hearing encouraging outcomes from them. We don't know, of course, how long the post-jab immunity will last. And that's just one of many things that we don't know about this pandemic and about creating immunity in individuals. But each development is moving us a little closer to a point where we may be able to pharmacologically get a grip on this pandemic. But we already know that previous inoculations for viral infections are much more limited in their effect than for bacterial infections. Cholera, you need to get injected every year, for example. But the bottom line is protecting lives is the absolute priority for all legislators and for all people in our communities. Money can't protect our citizens. It's the actions of citizens who limit their contact with other people that's going to make the very real difference. It's not, in any sense, anything more than that. Now, of course, there's no point in protecting the community if we don't make sure there's an economy after the pandemic. So we have to make sure that we do provide the appropriate support to businesses. I'm very fortunate in my constituency, about 15% of it is in level 1, the rest of it is in level 2. Others in the Central Belt have more substantial problems. But even in my area, as Gillian Martin referred to in her speech, we do have some hotspots in food processing factories that are giving us some concern. But I think the incident management teams are doing an absolutely first-class job in working the way around that. Presiding officer, I thank the government, I thank the population for everything they're doing, and I will be supporting the motion that's before us tonight and the Green Amendment. Presiding officer.